Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers taking on Hibernian just now at Easter Road with a chance to go 6 points clear in the league before Celtic play tomorrow at home to Dundee United. You'd obviously expect Celtic to win that one, but to go 6 clear and put the pressure on would be great. Playing Hibs though, tough one here at a sold out Easter Road. Hibs have beaten us 4 times, we've beaten them 5 times and we've had 1 draw, so very even record. Their form at the minute a bit sketchy though. What's that, 2 losses, 2 draws and 1 win in the last 5. We have won all of the last 5, so we're going into this one in better form than they are. Dimitri Mitchell is going to come in for Maximiliano Oliveira. And I don't think anyone else is coming back into the side though. Eduardo Herrera's still considering our contract offer we made last time out. What will I do? Do you know, I think I'm going to put Jordan Thompson on the bench just as an absolute last resort in case we need somebody to come in at fullback. You know, what happens if Mitchell goes down injured here and we don't have anybody who can step in at all? So we'll certainly make sure we have that. But other than that, we're going to be going exactly the same thing. We're not adjusting the formation. We're not showing them any respect here. We're going with exactly what we would do if we were at home to Annan. So we're going with Fulton, Gamboa, Cardoso, Wallace, Mitchell, Henderson, McGinn, O'Halloran, Palmer, Afif and Morelos. What if you look at Fulton, how he's coming along? He's still only worth 150k, but he's starting to look a real good player. Still those potential 5 stars if you include obviously the blacked out star there. He's not quite as good as Wes Fodringham according to the scout report just now. Very well suited to Ladbrokes Premiership football, though he's a really good, competent goalkeeper who's only going to get better. He's already shown signs of that, making great saves actually in the past couple of games. The Partick Thistle game I'm thinking of specifically. Now here we go, Hibs are playing that weird narrow formation that we've managed to exploit a couple of times against them. We tried to exploit it last time and they ended up not using it, so now they are using it. The 3 centre backs with the 1 defensive mid to solidify them in there, 1 central midfielder in Dylan McGeoch, and then Murray and Stacey wide as wingers, but they have no support, they have no fullbacks, pardon me, to protect there. So us having fullbacks overloading and wingers in there should cause them real trouble down the flanks. And then you've got the trio of Crawford, Matulevicius and Long. Matulevicius, I have no idea how you say that, but not important. We're not going to be talking about him hopefully anyway. We should be winning this one comfortably. Play your game and we'll win. What I am going to do though is give them the instructions to exploit the right and left flank. So hopefully we can take full advantage of how narrow Hibs are. The danger with Hibs formation here is when they do get forward and they get into that narrow position in front of your 2 centre backs there, they can overload your 2 centre backs with the 2 strikers, and obviously Fif's gone down injured. The 2 centre backs and then the man Ali Crawford in behind there. I'm just wondering now what does Casey Palmer do if he's wide left, inside forward? Do you know, I'm going to try Casey Palmer out there and see what happens, and I'll play Avdiaj in there as a trequartista. The alternative to that would be moving Mitchell forward and bringing on Jordan Thompson, which I think is just as much a risk as trying Palmer out wide. Mitchell's throw into McGinn now. Can we strike first here at Easter Road? Gamboa forward to Henderson. Henderson out to O'Halloran, who needs a good game today. He was poor last time. O'Halloran in for Morelos. Acres of space, puts it wide. And Morelos is doing just as much as Herrera to convince me that Herrera deserves to start games. As McGeoch delivers it, Murray Wallace heads it back out. Only to McGeoch, sadly though. He can fire it back in again. Space for Stacey. Back stick and he's scored. How has he managed to head it in from that angle? Jack Stacey, bullet header, somehow top corner. And 15 minutes gone, it is 1-0 to Hibernian. And I did not fancy having to come from behind the Easter Road. Especially having our formation upset there by having to pap Casey Palmer out wide left. Well, it's now just before the half-hour mark, and it's a terrible long ball from Ian Fulton, easily headed away. Crawford now, and here's that overload we're talking about, but it's a good challenge on Crawford. The ball goes all the way back to Ian Fulton. 30 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. 1-0 to Hibernian still. If this holds, of course, Celtic will have the chance to close the gap to 0 points. It will just be a goal difference lead we will have, as Gray has the ball out wide there, plays it back to his goalkeeper. He can knock it long. And the Hibs strikers win the ball. It's forward for long. It should be easily covered by our defenders. It isn't, and it's a great save by Ian Fulton. Jesus, both defenders seem to back off of that and let the other one deal with it, and almost costs us. Okay, so we're heading towards the break now here, and we've been absolutely dominated by Hibs, I'm sad to say. We're going to have to try something completely different in the second half, I think, because Casey Palmer out wide left just is not working. And there, that fucking striker again, dominating our centre-backs there. McGeoch's in, another good challenge. A tracking midfielder manages to get it back to Fulton, but here's where Fulton kicks it and we just lose it again anyway. Fulton places it down, kicks it long. Morelos is in. He's chosen to head it for some weird reason, and it's run right through to Smith. He should have just let it fall. And Smith kicks it long up the pitch, and is it towards that guy again? It's towards Ali Crawford this time. Murray Wallace can win it, but it just breaks to Murray now. He can play it to McGeoch, and Hibs will have another chance to come forward. Into long, picked up by Mitchell, though, forward to Palmer. Can he show his class even out wide? Oh, it's a great ball. Morelos now is in, takes a touch. Really, really tight angle. Keeper's always going to save that. O'Halloran now probably will shoot rather than square it. Nope, he'll just take a touch and Danny Wilson can easily clear. Half chance, but at least it's something. Statistically, we're not getting as dominated as we were before. We've actually the same number of shots now, one more on target. But that foul count's ridiculous. 14 fouls for us, no fouls by Hibs. I'd like to see the game of football where any team can go through a half without committing a single foul. Yeah, aggressive, where's your passion? That was pathetic. We're going to kind of play them at their own game now, I think. I'm going to go with 3 central attacking midfielders in behind Morelos. McGinn can go box to box. For Jonas, deep line playmaker. Henderson advanced. Avdiaj striker to start. Palmer an attacking midfielder. We'll let Palmer shoot more often, and we'll take away that instruction to exploit the flanks, as clearly that hasn't worked. But obviously we're going to have to tell the boys to push forward here. We need to come from behind. We've got 45 minutes. We frankly haven't even looked that likely going forward to score a goal, let alone 2. But we do need to toot if we want to stay clear of Celtic. Henderson, Avdiaj has got the overlap, uses Gamboa, scoops it in early, not a good delivery though. Ambrose with double clearance for Hibs. Murray Wallace does well to keep that for Rangers. Palmer bringing it down now, wide angle, chooses a shot, oh, and it's in. Casey Palmer, son, what a hit. What a hit. I would be questioning my goalkeeper there if I was the Hibernian manager, Jack Ross, but thankfully I'm not. It is 1-1, good start to the half, exactly what we needed. And now we've got 30 minutes to grab the second and win this game. I've said it a couple of times recently, but that is what champions would do. Champions would grind this out. They would get through a poor half, only 1 goal down when it could have been worse, and they would hold on and they would press forward in the second half. Ball forward, cut out, easy for McGinn though, play it to Palmer. Palmer over the top for Morelos, he's forced wide, but can he get it into the middle? Lots of men arriving in the box. If Morelos can find a cross, he does find a cross. Avdiaj, it is 2-1 to Rangers. You cannot ask for more than that. Perfect play. Morelos, perfect cross. Avdiaj arrives at the perfect time, and it's in. McMullen and Murray are on for Murray and that big guy. McMullen's throw now. We kind of get in a false sense of security though and think we're going to win this. Hibs aren't just going to lay down and let this go. Mitchell plays it back to Fulton though. Fulton will knock it long. McGuinness though can head it forward to Simon Murray. Now Crawford, Wallace cuts her out. Cardoso and Mitchell back to Fulton again, who can kick it long. We're under a lot of pressure when the ball's at the back there. Ambrose heads it away. McGuinness can't beat Avdiaj in the air. Henderson for Morelos. Come on, let's get a third here. Slide tackle. Wilson gets it just ahead of Palmer. It breaks for Avdiaj, takes a touch, tries to place it, but it's well wide in the end. About 20 minutes left, and that, if we could have scored that for 3-1, that would have given us that cushion that we really need. Mitchell throws it away to long. It's now Ali Crawford, bends it in towards Murray. Murray shoots and he's hit the post. And Murray Wallace on our side manages to get the ball away, but the threat from Hibernian still very, very much there. 15 minutes to go now. Just wondering if we want to shore this up a bit. Let's drop Henderson back. We'll still let Avdiaj and Palmer be in behind, but we'll drop Henderson back just so we get a midfield 3 in there. Tighten up for the last 10 minutes or so. We'll make a change. Morelos can come off for Eduardo Herrera. He can run about up top, try and give us some coverage as well. Oh, Hibs have a late free kick here. McGeoch to Long. Shoots from distance. Ian Fulton can catch. Now let's knock it long. There's about 8 Hibs players just at the edge of our box here. Surely there's an option to go long. Ian Fulton goes long towards the left hand side when I thought there'd be some space. Mitchell gets onto the ball. Come on, run son. Play it into the middle now. Can he whip a good ball? He whips it. It's not a great one, and Smith can just pluck that out of the air. That is crap from Dimitri Mitchell there. He should have just passed that into the middle rather than try to run and cross. We do still have the ball here, but we obviously have to be wary of losing this. And if Hibs score now, you would think that we're not going to have time to grab another go-ahead goal. McGeoch has pinched it, and now it's Crawford. McMullen well won back though. Jonas now plays it to Avdiaj. Get a third here, guys. It's in for Herrera. Can he score again? Eduardo Herrera. Oh, he's put it wide. I fancied him to do it there, actually, the form he's in, but it's another late free kick. Crawford delivers it. It's headed away. Comes to Long. Long files it from distance. Murray Wallace away. Henderson picks it up. Come on, let's counter them. Not a good ball. It's going to break through for Murray. Has to be offside. It's away by Wallace. McGinn can pick this up now. Go fucking Long. It's a great... Oh, it's not a great ball because Jallo's going to get it. Gray picks it up now. It's into McGuinness. Surrounded by red shirts. Finds McGeoch. Now I'm worried. It's into Crawford. He can thread it through. It's Long. He's in. He shoots. He scores. I knew that was coming, man. That is brutal. I was a lot more concerned about Dundee United doing that than I was about Hibs, to be honest. And there it is. We avoided it against Dundee United, and we've let it happen against Hibs. Poor. I didn't mean to say tighten up, I meant to say push forward. It's not going to let me change it. McGeoch to Long now. Can hit another long dig. Well wide and over, and it's going to be 2 each. It is going to be 2 each. And that is the sound that you can hear right now of us pissing away the title with defensive errors like that. 92nd minute equaliser. That is not good enough. Horrible defending. 2 to 3 weeks for Akram Afif, sadly. We're going to have to mess about with that. However, who had a really poor... Cardoso with a 6.1, really poor game. Ivanildo Fernandez is partnering Murray Wallace for the St Johnstone game. I cannot abide by a 6.1 in a game where we piss away 2 points like that. So poor. After coming back from a really poor first half, to go to sleep like that. What can you say? Really don't know what you can say about that. Especially after doing well to hold on to a 2-1 against Dundee United, where we'd previously gifted a 2-2 like that. We then go and do it against Hibs. Celtic will batter Dundee United now, I'd imagine, to go 1 point behind. Yep, 4-1 to Celtic. Celtic 1 point behind us now. Let's have a wee look at the league table now. We finished on 73 points. We currently have 58. 5 more wins and we'll have matched where we were last season. Celtic on 57. They ended on 92 last season. They ended up 29-5-4. They're currently 18-3-4. So they can only afford 2 more draws and they need to win every other game if they want to match how they done last season. I don't think they will match what they done last season, but the only question is whether or not we are going to be improved enough that it stops them winning the title. I'd like to say yes, and at some moments I feel yes, but then you have moments like that against Hibs at the very death there, where I just feel that there's still a screw up in us. And now O'Halloran's went down with injury as well, 2 to 3 days. So he and Afif are both missing for this game against St Johnstone, who are in 4th place, by the way. No mugs, not going to lie down. Danilo Cataldi is available on a free transfer. Okay, let's approach to sign him. Key player, absolutely. He's an excellent player. We'll talk about £22,000 for him because he is immense. Signing fee, 250 grand, 5-year deal. What does he get? So okay, maybe signing fee like 600 grand. He gets appearance fee and unused substitute fee. Appearance fee, unused substitute fee. What does he get? He gets appearance fee of 9.5, then 2.5 on that. Let's give him 8 and 3.5. See what he thinks. Okay, he doesn't like that. Jesus, he wants 35 grand. I can only give you 29, son. I can only give you that. But I'll do everything else. Nah. Okay, fair enough. It would have been nice to get him, but we've already got a perfectly solid midfield. So we really don't need him, frankly. Okay, lots of players there who are just capable. O'Halloran is actually capable, so maybe we want to play him despite the fact that he has got a bit of an injury. Okay, our record against St Johnstone, focusing on this game now, 6 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses, so they're a pretty good side and they're in pretty good form. We've got 4 wins, of course, and the draw in our last 5 games. Obviously the draw coming just then, the disappointing result against Hibernian Easter Road. Do you know, what's Oliveira's availability? Fitness test not required. So maybe he doesn't play. Ryan Jack came on the bench for Jordan Thompson. Yeah. And O'Halloran can come off for Jamie Burr-Jonas, and we'll fiddle about with this when we get into the actual match. So the lineup is going to be Fulton, Gamboa, Cardoso, no, not Cardoso, Fernandez. It's going to be Fulton, Gamboa, Ivanildo Fernandez, Wallace, Mitchell, Henderson, McGinn, Burr-Jonas, Palmer, Avdiaj and Morelos. But we're going to foot it about with that and get the 3 central attacking midfielders in behind Morelos there. 4-4-1-1 from St Johnstone, something they do play quite a lot. I expect nothing but a win from this game. We're not going to baby them anymore. I believe in the St Johnstone game I tried to encourage them, and we see where that got us. So we're going to go Henderson, Avdiaj and Palmer in behind Morelos there. McGinn and Burr-Jonas in behind them. And then back 4, of course, at the back. We're going to tell them to push forward right from the off. Palmer, Morelos, McGinn, Wallace, Mitchell, all getting good early touches of the ball. It's snowing here at Ibrox. We'll see how that affects the game. Maybe a couple of long shots from Palmer might skip off the snow and in. 70% possession in the opening 10 minutes and nothing created still. Obviously St Johnstone coming here trying to be rigid. 17 minutes of first piece of action. Gamboa for Henderson. Scoops it into the box. Anderson away easily. Grimes playing it to Elmasani. Elmasani playing it forward down the line for Quitongo. It's a good out ball actually. Quitongo playing it forward to Skugel. He's forced wide. He's got a man arriving late in the box. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Skugel's got a touch of the Michael O'Halloran's of late with a ridiculous shot from a ridiculous angle. As Shaughnessy taking a long throw for St Johnstone into our box here should be dealt with by Ivanildo Fernandez. It is solid header away. Avdiaj breaking, it hits off Casey Palmer's heels, but it is played long by Avdiaj. It's to Morelos now. Can he run wide and cross this for Casey Palmer? He runs wide, crosses it, Murdoch away, Henderson down for McGinn, loses it to Skugel, who can clear long but will be picked up by Murray Wallace. So now we're going to have to break them down. McGinn plays it through for Palmer. Can he thread it? No, he tries a shot and he's scooped it into Xander Clark's arms. It's not a good effort at all from Palmer. So much so that it wasn't even the focus of the highlight. McGinn's header away to Avdiaj now. Do we have another chance in us? Henderson into Morelos. Palmer running beyond. Henderson finds him. Palmer, and it's again right into Xander Clark's arms. 2 disappointing shots there from Casey Palmer. As we go past the half-hour mark here at Ibrox, pummeling St Johnstone statistically, but it is still nothing each. Of course, if we don't win this game, we offer Celtic the opportunity to go back to the summit of the league. Xander Clark long to Elmasani, picks it up far too easily for my liking, tries to knock it past Gamboa, who's having none of it. But Jonas, Henderson, Palmer got space now. Can he find Morelos? It's an excellent ball through. Morelos takes a touch, maybe forces him too wide, and he too has scooped it into Xander Clark's arms. So much so that it's not even the focus of the highlight. Forward for El Massani, losing out to Gamboa once again. Jonas to Henderson now, who gives it away to Grimes. It's not a good pass by Henderson. Gave it away far too easily. El Massani to Skugel. He's going to hit this for Kotongo, isn't he? No. Is El Massani going to hit it for Kotongo? El Massani hits it into the middle, and it's two of them getting each other's way. It's a really scrappy game here, and that tends not to favour us. Palmer looks forward, excellent ball into Morelos, takes a good touch, has to use Gamboa out wide. Can he angle it in though? Takes a touch, 2 men on, gets space in. Avdiaj, 1-0 Rangers. Excellent ball by Christian Gamboa, and Donis Avdiaj really couldn't miss from there. Cushions it into the net, and there is finally 1-0 at Ibrox. Fulton now, let's get a second before half time. Fulton going long to no one in particular. Miller to El Massani. El Massani's ball into the middle to Kotongo. It's a good pass this time from the left winger. Cut back from Kotongo to Dow, who files it over the top. Should be easy for Ivanildo Fernandez. It is indeed. Takes it calmly and confidently and rolls it to Gamboa. Just go back to Fernandez. Gamboa, there you go. Passing it around. Forward to Jonas. Gamboa. Easy stuff. I mean, that looks like Brendan Rodgers' real-life Celtic, doesn't it? Henderson, Gamboa, Jonas, forward, Palmer, so good, man. Into Donis Avdiaj. Can he thread it for Morelos? He can. Can he find the finish? He can. Hits it off Xander Clark and in. Too hot for the keeper to catch this time. 2-0 Rangers before half-time. And Avdiaj involved again. Goal and an assist for the Kosovan. I'm pretty sure that's what you are when you're for Kosovo, aren't you? You're a Kosovan. Can we make it 3 even and complete the St Johnstone capitulation before half time? Henderson got to go back to Jonas. Can he scoop this one in with a good cross? Plays it to Avdiaj, who's got space, squares it. Morelos deflected onto the post, and Xander Clark barely has time to react, but scoops up the ball before anyone can pop it in. 15 shots, 9 on target in the first half. Only 2 goals though from that, which doesn't sound the most emphatic of returns. But absolutely dominating the game, and we have the lead that we deserved. I'm going to passionately say I'm very happy because we've been playing really well even if we don't have that big of a margin. Liam Henderson, who looks pretty tired right now, is going to come off for Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack can just drop back into a 3. We can go a bit more conservative in the second half. Now we're not chasing goals. Anybody else who's looking kind of tired? I mean, not really. I'm going to pop Jordan Houston in for Gamboa just to give the young man some game time. Get his match fitness up and of course aid his development. And there he is, immediately dispossessing El Massani. Corner for Grimes though. St Johnstone trying to hit back quickly. Avdiaj heads it away. El Massani picks it up. Nobody goes out to mark him quickly enough. He drives it in low. It's an excellent ball, and somehow Anderson has hit the frame, but it would be offside anyway. And thank God for that, because we fell asleep. Dimitri Mitchell is looking pretty tired out there, but hopefully Oliveira is ready to step back in for the next game, so we'll just let Mitchell go just now, run himself into the ground. Kotongo for Grimes, and now Skugel can run at our defence. Still only 2-0 here. Ball played into the middle. It's a poor one. McGinn to Palmer. Let's make it 3 now. What the hell was that from Palmer? That is not a good ball. Miller now to Skugel. St Johnstone trying to come forward. Kotongo dispossessed by Murray Wallace. Jonas and Palmer now. You've got a second chance to play a good ball. He threads it to McGinn. Avdiaj now looking for Morelos. Not a great ball. Shaughnessy can easily dispossess him. Forward for Kotongo. Can take it down in far too much space. Jack wins it back. Thumps it over the top. Morelos is in. Lovely touch. Sets himself. Shoots and puts it wide. Ah, boy. Right, I don't really need to say anything to them just now, I don't think. Clark out to Shaughnessy. Hodson. Dow. Far too easy, far too much space there. Dow tries to smash it over the top for Kotongo. It's a great ball in the end. Murray Wallace can't keep up. Kotongo shoots and scores. No, he doesn't. It's wide. Skugel is off for Andy Halliday now on the St Johnstone side. And we get off with... We got off with about 6 there. We don't just get off with 1. That chance counted as about 6. It's an absolute sitter there. It should definitely be 2-1. Fulton knocks it long towards Mitchell. Good ball. St Johnstone are a lot deeper just now. McGinn, Tuber, Jonas and Palmer. He's got Jordan Houston for an option. Uses him. Good man. Right by Jonas. Down the way. There you go, McGinn. Into Avdiaj. Herrera. Just smash it, son. Ho-ho. Reverses it to Palmer, who's shot once again right into the arms of Xander Clark. Palmer, he's having a bit of an off day in terms of his shooting today, Casey Palmer. All of his shots right into the keeper's arms. He's usually got some venom behind his hits, but not today. It's been too easy for Xander Clark. Oh, and St Johnstone are down to 10 men through an injury. That's always harsh, but they were going to lose the game anyway. 26 shots, 13 on target, and only 2-0. Bit worrying there, but I'll take 3 points all day. Exactly what we needed to bounce back from the Hibs disappointment. Very happy with the result, boys, and the way you played. That moves us 4 clear. Celtic, of course, with their game in hand to play away at Tynecastle on the 9th. So hopefully Hibs. Apologies to Hearts fans and Hibs fans for referring to the team that plays at Tynecastle as Hibs. But hopefully Hearts can do something to them on Sunday. There's a clean sheet for us as well against St Johnstone. It's been a couple of games for Cardoso. A clean sheet. Definitely going to retain his place when St Johnstone come calling again in the Scottish Cup 5th round. Aberdeen go down to Killie. Interesting. Come on, I want to see that game. Sunday game. Hearts, Celtic. Can the Jambos touch them? Let's see. Let's have a little look. Jamie Walker, Thomas Agyepong, Harry Cochrane and Christoph Berra on the score sheet in a 4-1 Hearts victory over Paul Lambert's Celtic. Tom Rogic scoring their goal. How good is Harry Cochrane in this? He's only 18 and he's looking pretty good actually. In the Erlone looking pretty good. Let's see, young boys. Oh, there, Dapo Mabudi gets a goal as Dundee draw away at Partick. Anybody else? 7.0 for Nia Joseph, 7.0 for Ross McCrory, who played the 90 minutes as Killie beat Aberdeen 1-0. He's only started 4 games for them this season, which is really disappointing actually. I think he got more game time last season for them. Let's have a look. He started 12 last season, yeah, he's only started 4 this time. Hopefully he retains his place after shutting out Aberdeen there. Why are we continuing? It's the end of the episode. I don't know why I clicked that. Marco Milanese did well. There you go. He's looking okay now. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this episode. Obviously, a disappointing result against Hibs there. 2-2, letting them score at the last minute, robbing us of 2 points is a bit of a disappointment. We bounced back against St Johnstone though and did well, and we're still unbeaten since we lost against Celtic on the 18th of December. And that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in our last 8. So a draw away at Easter Road. It's not the end of the world, I suppose, when you're winning all the other games round about it. And, of course, when Hearts are doing that to Celtic. So we actually finished the episode 4 points clear. That last-minute equaliser for Hibs looks even worse now, because if we'd have won that game, we'd be 6 clear. Sadly, at the moment, it is only 4. But as long as we keep it more than 3, then it means Celtic can't claw it back in head-to-head games. At Parkhead, obviously, there's 2 head-to-head games coming, so if they would beat us both of them, then they would. But at Ibrox, I don't want to say I don't see them beating us, because they very well could. They've obviously got the quality to do so. But I just think at Ibrox, you don't look at the Ibrox game anymore and think they're going to come here and turn us over. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Good result against St Johnstone, even if not so much against Hibernian. Obviously, the highlight of this episode is Celtic's 4-1 loss at Tynecastle against Hearts. which is going to help us out a lot. We've got a 4-point gap now. If you have enjoyed the episode, please drop down below and leave a like. It really does help out the channel. If you want to follow the series, of course, you can subscribe. But I just want to mainly say thank you for watching. I'll see you next time when once again we host St Johnstone, and then we're going up to Aberdeen to face them at Pittodrie. So I'll see you for that.